With just 5 days left until Election Day, Donald Trump's supporters are confronting a tough question. What happens if he loses?
Attack! 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 We will never accept defeat!
The Republican nominee has sown doubts about the integrity of the electoral process.
It's a rigged system, folks.
Fueling fears of a dishonest democracy.
Hillary's corruption is a threat to democracy.
And he has refused to say that he would accept the results of the election.
I'll keep you in suspense.
And it's not just the candidate. A small but vocal group of high-profile Trump supporters are firing verbal warning shots steeped in violent imagery of post-election unrest. From sheriffs.
It is pitchfork and torches time in America.
To former congressmen.
It's time to boycott, picket, maybe even stop paying taxes.
And conservative radio hosts.
We're coming to tear it down. We're coming to rip it up. We're coming to kick your ass.
The incendiary rhetoric is being echoed now by some Trump supporters.
If it actually happened, are you saying that we can't? Isn't that what DC's for, is to breath our frustration?
This man telling the Wall Street Journal he'd take matters into his own hands if Clinton is elected.
There's going to be probably a movement to where we will go and take them out of power.
But it sounds like you're saying that it would be acceptable to assassinate a president.
If she's corrupt, why should she be able to stay in office?
So has this historic election really come down to win, lose, or draw? None at all, says Wayne Root, who insists his fiery speeches before Trump rallies aren't meant as a literal call to arms.
Nobody's going to Washington to actually burn it down. No one's going to actually tear it down. But I think you can go and fire a lot of people.
On the campaign trail, most Trump loyalists say they'll be much more likely to retreat from the political process than to riot against it.
I'll be very upset. I'll cry. And I probably will never vote again.
I may not stay living in the U.S., but I'll accept the results. I'd rather leave the country than get involved in a revolution.
And nearly all Trump supporters say they will stick with him, win or lose, whatever his next steps might be.
I'd like to see him run again in 2020. I think he can do something.
And to reiterate, by far the vast majority of Trump supporters that we talked to over the last week in many battleground states across the country, they said if Donald Trump loses, yes, they will accept the results of the election, and that no form of violence is acceptable or okay. And that said, many have clearly thought through some of the next steps where they want to see their, in their words, movement keep going, everything from starting a new party, Jake, to a million-man style march on Washington.